This is the best round of disc golf I have played in so long. Now let's go toss some plastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today on another beautiful Michigan morning, we find ourselves in Sparta taking on the Far Hill Disc Golf Course. And as you can see, hole 1 is very daunting. This rough just looks like good luck finding your disc, you know what I mean? It looks like we have 2 different pin locations. I don't know if they're both in play. We are gonna go to the blue, 251 feet. You want some slight turn off your tee shot with the left crash at the end. I'm really excited to get this round started. Get over there. Oh, well, we caught the tree at the end of the tunnel, but I don't think we landed in the rough, so we'll call that a win. I'm very thankful the Kotuku caught this tree because the pin is actually in the opposite location of what we thought. So we wanted to just hold that ante the entire way and not have a left finish. But we have left ourselves a very long breakfast putt to start our round with, 50 feet. Nope. Man, I don't think I ever make the first putt of the day. Hole 2, another blind one, 331 feet. It looks like we just want to get through that initial gap about 250 feet up the fairway and then just get a left finish. We are going to full send our truth. Oh, that slipped out of my hand. I hope we can find that. Like I said, I can't put into words how thick this rough is. Talk about worst case scenario to start the day off, plus the wind is really starting to pick up. I have a feeling that we might be in for a long day. We've left ourselves probably about 75 feet for the 3. Oh, good line. Hole 3, 230 feet. Absolute meat hook to the left, completely blind. It looks like this would set up for a fun skip shot, but with how thick the rough is, there's no way we're gonna try that. I'm just gonna go with a light Kia. All right, that was as good as I could do. Well, after a pretty decent drive, we have finally left ourselves a makeable putt. This one's about 30 feet for the 2. Oh, we needed it. We needed that so bad. All right, guys, we have the odds stacked against us on this course. We have the quadruple whammy. It is very wet out. Most of the holes are blind. It's very windy, and the rough is absolutely abysmal. So let's hope this round doesn't take 8 hours to film. Hole 4, it's a 175-foot ante shot. The basket is tucked up in that opening in the woods over there. We are gonna go with our Envy and hopefully it can fight the wind. All right, that was absolutely perfect. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going. Hole 5, we have another blind one. It's 292 feet, way off to the left up there. I think you want to get to that back wall of brush, then let your stability kick in. Normally you'd want to come down the right side of this tee pad and it gives you more room for your hyzer, but I don't want to block the camera. So we're going to try to get sneaky and take this inside lane. We're going to full send our leopard. Come on, get some stability, get over. All right, definitely gonna be a long putt, but we hit the fairway. We have left ourselves another long one, probably about 42 feet. We're gonna have to go with the ante putt. Guys, I have no expectations of any long putts today. This wind is out of control. Oh, well, that didn't help. For the 3. 6, 248 feet. It looks like we have a really technical ante shot. The basket's hidden up there somewhere. We are gonna full send our Envy. I really hope we don't get any bad tree kicks. All right, we did catch that tree that's laying down up there, but I think the Envy came through for us. Really big putt here. I'd feel a lot better about our round if we could knock this one down. You know what I'm saying? It is probably 45 feet for the 2. Come on. Oh, dang it. I really thought that one was in. Have you guys ever seen a slug just hanging like this from a tree? I mean, I've seen like silkworms, but that's like a whole slug just kind of hanging here. I don't know if it's intentional, but super interesting. Let me know. Hole 7, and this one's pretty terrifying. 338 feet. You want to hit the right side of that bush up there, and then you want your stability to kick in towards the end of the flight. We're going to full send the Halo Wraith simply because it's bright and easy to find. Oh. Well, we did hit the middle of that bush. We still got a lot of work to do. As expected, we've left ourselves a very tricky upshot. We are still completely blind to the basket. It's about 125 feet, big hyzer shot. All right, hopefully that was decent. Pretty happy with that par save. Hole 8, 233 feet. This is, I believe, is the first basket that we can see from the tee pad. You just want a slight right turn the entire way and some stability at the end. We are gonna full send our Envy. Oh, calm down. Oh boy, we may have just absolutely crushed that past the basket. I hope we hit something. This turned out way better than I thought. Maybe we actually had the distance control. I didn't hear it hit anything, but we could have clipped that tree as well. Hole 9, 241 feet. This is a pretty big, just blind ante shot up there. There is a Mando on that tree, just in case you were feeling extra bold and wanted to go for that non-existent hyzer route. Maybe it's there in the fall, I don't know. But we are gonna full send the Envy, really putting some trust on it. Oh, be perfect. I hope that's perfect. It felt really good, may have been too inside. Let's go find out. It's been a long time since we've had to rely on the Envy this much. Today's hole 9 break is going to be quite a bit different. It is one of those times where I get a little sappy and I tell you guys thank you. By the time this video comes out, I should be finally passing that 2,000 subscriber threshold. As you guys know, these videos take me a ton of time to put together. Each course review is around 20 hours, and I just want to give a few shout outs to some people that have really helped me along the way. My first shout out I want to give to Mark Arnold. He is a very solid subscriber of mine. He sent me a few donations along the way while being on the road that really helped out, kept gas in Greta, and I really appreciate it. Another shout out I want to give is to Keegan Bradford. He's a really solid friend that I made along the journey. As you guys know, he has BuilderBot 3D. He hooked me up with the handle, and in case any of you guys have noticed, we've gotten a few other upgrades along the way. So I will put his info up here so you guys can check it out if you feel like tricking out your Zuka cart. The last one is kind of an oddball. It's going out to Robert Schaefer. He is an awesome subscriber of mine who oddly enough owns a spice and seasoning company. He reached out to me and he sent me some, and listen, as you guys know, we take freebies around here. So he sent me a bunch of seasonings. When I got home, I gave them to my mom. Me and her did some meal prep and some cooking together with it, and we had an absolute blast. So again, thank you to all of you out there who watch my videos and regularly comment. I remember all of your names. I love and I look forward to seeing those comments. Now that I am back home, things are quite a bit more hectic while trying to continue the channel, doing side work to make money. It is pretty intense, but hitting these milestones makes it feel a lot better. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Hole 10, 267 feet, very sharp hyzer. The disc is tucked right behind that turn in the trees up there. We are gonna add a little height and full send our scepter. Hopefully the wind doesn't bully it too much. All right, if that didn't go too far, I think it should be a really good shot. We are playing much better than I expected so far today, and I really hope I didn't just jinx myself. Hole 11, 518 feet. It looks like it just keeps going off to the left the entire way. We are definitely not trying to get a bunch of distance here. I'm just gonna try to get a little flip up with our Wraith. Hopefully it has the right amount of hyzer and it's easy to find. All right, I really hope that was good. Luckily, it does open up quite a bit around that turn. I think the play here is probably just a mid-range. It is a lot easier to approach the basket if you're on the right side of the fairway. We have 196 feet. I'm gonna try to keep my Rhino low, hopefully get a little ground play. Again, we have another just kind of suspect Mando up there. I'm not really sure how you would attack this pin from over there, but I cannot get over how straight that Rhino is beating in. If any of you guys have a nice PFN champion Rhino, please let me know. I love that disc, but it's flying like the envy. 4 to the 3. Hole 12, 207 feet, another touchy, kind of dead straight to right finish. Hopefully we can get past that tree up there in the middle of the fairway and full send the envy. Oh, hyzer back. Oh, that tree kick, I don't know. Did it help us or not? Let's find out. The tree hit didn't necessarily help us, but I don't think it hurt us much either. We've left ourselves an edge of circle putt for the 2. Let's go. The putting feels good today, and I need it. I've just been a lot of cage hits lately. It's been messing with my brain. Hole 13, it's only 227 feet, but yeah, this hole is just screaming giant spike hyzer. It says the hole sponsor, it just says lucky number 13, so I'm not really sure what to expect here. We're gonna take our scepter, throw it pretty much up and down, and hopefully it crashes over there and gives us a putt. All right, let's go find out. For the 2. So as we were approaching hole 14, a guy was actually coming through here and moving the baskets to the longs. So we are going to be making that switch. And to be honest with you, I just watched him take a 300-foot basket and carry it off to Narnia. So wish us luck. Hole 14, 430 feet. This is definitely a placement shot situation. It looks like the fairway just has a slight left for about 330 feet, and then it kicks way back up to the right. So we are just gonna send our champion leopard up there and hopefully be able to make a play for the pin on shot 2. All right, if we didn't catch a skip, I think we're in the landing zone that we're looking for. So the skip did leave us in kind of an awkward lie. The basket is dead straight. A little more distance would make the approach shot easier. We're gonna have to hug this right side, hit a small gap. We're gonna full send our Pro Rhino. Oh. All right, we hit the gap, but we did hyzer out pretty quick. It's probably gonna be a long putt. As expected, not our best approach shot, but it was a tricky one. We can definitely feel the wind again being back out in this field. We've left ourselves about 35 feet, slightly downhill for the 2. Oh, nice putt. That was a little high, but it got pushed back down. Hole 15, 500 feet. This tee shot is extremely daunting. There's a million trees right in front of us. All we're trying to do is get past them out in the field and then make a play for the pin. I do apologize for the loud noise. Most of this course plays alongside of a very busy highway. So hopefully we can get out of danger with our truth. All right, we did not go far, but we did what we needed to do. We are still 262 feet from the pin. It does seem like it goes slightly uphill. I hope the Kotuku is enough disc to get there. Oh, get over. Oh, that wind just, that thing never flies that straight. That's a huge bummer. Probably about 45 feet for the 3. Oh my gosh, this is the best round of disc golf I have played in so long. Holy crap. Hole 16, 426 feet. It looks like it's just a big meat hook off to the left. I have no idea what the wind is doing down there. I think we're just gonna full send our Halo Boss. We're not trying to bite off too much of this tee shot. Boss took about 20 minutes to find. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I did, as I was pulling through, hit my microphone with the disc. I've never done that. Usually it sits up much higher, but on this t-shirt, it sits right in that power pocket. But regardless, it worked out all right. We're still 100 feet from the basket though. We're gonna give it a soft bid with our Rhino. Well, that was really bad. I didn't know how the wind was gonna mess with that. Super unfortunate it had to happen on this hole. That is a really fun tee shot. It's not very often that I get in what I would like to call tournament mode when playing a course, but in the beginning of this round, I knew that I really had to be on my game. Otherwise, I was just gonna end up in a lot of rough, a lot of frustration. I'm definitely more of a grip it and rip it style guy rather than key placement shots. Sometimes it is important to do that. Really just kind of check where your skill level's at, stay focused, and don't let a rough terrain get in your head. I've had it happen to me a million times. Hole 17, now this is a fun one. It's only 228 feet, but as you can see, it's a mile uphill. I really like that at the end of this course, they just give you some more tee shots that are fun, not so technical and hardcore. It is hard to pick a disc for this one. I'm gonna disc up to the Kotuku. Hopefully it works out perfect. You know, maybe I should have tried the Firebird. Again, our distance was there, but it just didn't have the time to hyzer out. Bummer. Well, it goes without saying that this is an absolutely terrifying putt. A rollaway could be just devastating. It is probably about 30 feet straight uphill for the 2. Oh, okay. Dang. Would have been cooler if we made it, but it didn't roll away. We'll take that. Rounding off Far Hill Disc Golf Course, we have hole 18. It's 420 feet. As you guys can tell, it's completely blind, way downhill. And to be honest, I think it's an absolute shame. If this tee pad was just 60 feet farther up, you'd be able to see the basket, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It'd be a really fun shot. So I'm just gonna take my hammer, lay it up there so you guys can see it with me. Not a bad drive. Well, to be honest with you guys, I think that's the basket down there. It's absolutely gorgeous looking, but there is a league starting. There's some people putting down there, so I'm not just gonna blindly throw a driver down there. It is unfortunate, but 100% there needs to be a tee pad up here. I think it would make that hole a lot more fun and gorgeous, but that might just be a practice basket and I'm just way off. I'm not sure. That wraps up today's fun and exciting day here at Far Hill Disc Golf Course in Sparta, Michigan. And one big takeaway that I think is very important to get across is the fact that I don't think that this course is for everybody. When it comes to giving a rating to a course like Far Hill, I do struggle because as you guys could see, the rough is extremely unforgiving. It's very easy to lose a disc and you're gonna have to do probably a pitch out every time you go off the fairway, which you saw me have to do right off the bat on hole 2. When it comes to me talking about the course and giving it a rating, it is aimed at more advanced players. I will say right off the bat, this is not a great beginner course unless you have a buddy with you who might be a little more advanced. The buddy system, no matter your skill level, you're going to want, especially your first playthrough here at Far Hill. And as you can see at the end of our round, the long pin locations seem to be much more difficult. I've never had one change mid-round like that. It was pretty interesting. The shorts are very obtainable. They're very hittable lines, but like I said, you get punished and you get punished quickly. One of my favorite things about Far Hill is the last few holes are more just fun. They're cool tee shots, big bomber holes, way uphill. Playing a course like this, any given day you could have a very frustrating round, and ending on holes like this is a good way to end with a smile on your face. Also, Far Hill is a relatively new course. I don't think it's over 2 years old. Like I said, they have a pretty active league. There's a guy out here switching the baskets, and he's currently working on the course. It looks like he's down there adding mulch. Just a lot of nice touches to keep fine-tuning this course. As you can see, Far Hill does not require a huge arsenal of shot shapes. It's just more about being consistent and hitting your lines. I was never reaching for a forehand shot, nothing too crazy, but you just have to stay on your toes. After a lot of consideration, I'm going to give Far Hill the very solid score of 7.8 out of 10. It is a very nice and well-rounded course. It isn't super peaceful being right next to that highway all the time, and like I said, it's definitely not for everybody. I think a lot of people, myself included, even if I came and played here tomorrow, could end very frustrated or even be really frustrated by hole 4. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.